Was good, everybody? It's your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Welcome to Solo TV 84. My name is Solomon Jones, here with a special guest. She's not my cousin or sister or girlfriend. She's my CPA, my financial advisor, pseudo financial advisor. Um, we got Miss Brianna Jones in the building. Brianna, go ahead and introduce. Did I say your name right? I said it right.
You said it right, Brianna. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brianna Jones. I am a CPA and I'm also a crypto investor. And I'm excited to be here tonight.
All right. Now, Brianna, go ahead and tell the audience because, some people might be like, what's a CPA? I mean, I know what it is, but can you just talk a little bit about your background a little bit? I mean, you don't have to get into your childhood and all of that, but just a little bit about what you do. And yeah.
Okay. I'm a certified public accountant. My current day job, I guess, I work for the government as a governmental accountant. And then during tax season, I'll do taxes. And I've been getting into financial advising ever since I started investing. So
you are allowed to give financial advice on YouTube.
Yes. So I'm allowed to give limited financial advice as a CPA. That means that there has to be like terms in place as far as like I won't tell you just like the kind of the way you do. I won't tell you directly, hey, go do this, go do this, go do this, but I'll make suggestions based off of, you know, your desires for your portfolio and your future. And then we kind of mold your financial plan based off of that.
Okay. And Rihanna, how did you get into cryptocurrency? Because I was telling you before, I used to get a lot of pushbacks from financial advisors and stuff like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
know you're in the industry, so you know how they feel about crypto, even though adoption has been more rampant, right? And
Mm-hmm.
especially in the last 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what made you decide, let me take a shot at this, or what made you decide to get into cryptocurrency?
Well, I was more of like a super saver, super budgeter, like just from my upbringing, and then my profession kind of reinforced that. And I think this past January, I was like playing basketball and I met this guy and we got to talking about, you know, what we did. And he was like, you probably make good money. You need to be investing. And I guess like the connotation that investing had for people like me who like to save, it was kind of like, oh, if you invest in something that means like stocks or anything like that, that means, okay, there's a chance it can go up and down and you can lose your money. And accountants like to minimize risk. So I just saw risk in there and I was like, I'm not touching it. But once he kind of broke it down to me, he was like, I make a living off of this. I was like, okay, let me see what that's about. So I started to do some options trading and I was horrible at it. Like, I mean, atrocious at it. Like, I lost ungodly sums of money. Like, it was ridiculous. And I kept like throwing like, oh, let me throw an extra 1,000 at it this month. Let me try to get it back. Oh, let me throw some more at it. Let me try to get back. No, I should have left it alone. So I jumped into a bunch of different investment groups. Like I subscribed to a bunch of them. And I ended up finding this crypto investing group with this guy named Crypto Kwame. And basically like his channel, they is a lot of experienced crypto vets in there. And they were just kind of explaining what crypto is and how like how you use it as an investment tool. So once I saw like the potential there, I was like, I don't have to like be scared. I can just like kind of research and do my own research and figure out, is this project undervalued? What do I think the value is? And then I can just hold it and wait. Whereas with options, like if the market doesn't go your way, your money's gone. That's it. So I think like my temperament is more suited to, you know, holding through dips and retracements because you know the values in the company. If the value in the project is there, then you just hold and you wait till it gets there. Whereas the option is like you place your bet, you think it's going up and it goes down, you're pretty much, you know, out of luck. So that's kind of how I got into crypto.
Okay. And if you don't mind sharing, like, which do you remember your first crypto that you got into? Because I know for me, it was obviously, I mean, I made it public. Like, as soon as I got into it, it was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, right? Not in that order. Actually, it was Bitcoin, Litecoin, then Ethereum. But do you remember which first cryptocurrency you got involved in?
My first crypto, don't make fun of me. It was Safe Moon.
Oh, okay. I'm not making fun of you. I
It
mean,
was Safe Moon, man, and I ain't know anything. I was like, oh, let me just throw $100 in here, and next thing you know, that $100 turned into 500. I was like, oh, let me throw 500 in here, and then that doubled, and I was like, oh, let me throw 1,000 here, and then it tanked, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to relax. I didn't do much research. I was just kind of following the hype and just kind of doing what everybody else was doing, and then that was I think that was around May or April-ish when like it was like the end of the first half of the bull run. I didn't know anything about a bull run or what that was back then. So I got in when everything was just taking off and then it retraced and I was just like, okay, I guess I'm not good at crypto either. Let me go back to stocks. And that I ended up getting into penny stocks after that.
Okay. All right. So you just got into it. Um, and now, since May to now, I mean, it's been 6 months, right? Looking at what you know now, um, and what you have learned, what do you see? Do you think that, because I remember when I first started talking about crypto in 2017 on YouTube, people thought I was trying to sell a pyramid scheme
Right,
or
right.
trying to finesse them.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's so much evidence that, hey, yes, mass institutions are going to be using crypto.
Mm-hmm.
MasterCard just announced that they're making it viable for companies to be able to have cryptos in forms of MasterCard payments. So has Visa.
Mm-hmm.
Tesla um, made record profits by buying Bitcoin. Everybody knows Elon Musk, aka I call him the Musk rat because he always chilling Dogecoin. But look, I got some Doge as well because I know he's involved. But looking at it now from where you first started to up to this point, do you think that crypto? I mean, I know you were skeptical because I was too.
Right.
But when my boy broke it down, Ian Ballina, who's a popular cryptocurrency YouTube content creator, um, it made so much sense because I didn't understand it. But then he broke it down to me like I was a fifth grader. But what is your take on cryptocurrency now that you're still learning about it, and up to from May to up to where you are now?
I guess like initially I just kind of I saw it as most newbies do, which is basically like it's I just see these fast money movements and I'm thinking, oh, you just put a little money in this and it can grow to a lot potentially. But now that I've done my research and I'm basically immersed in the space, like I don't do anything but this. Like I'm constantly on my phone, like checking out different coins and different chats on different YouTubers pages, like in
Yo,
telegrams.
it's like you're a crackhead, right? You wake
Yeah,
up
like
in
I
the
don't
middle of the
sleep.
night checking your portfolio, seeing if the price. I know exactly what you. Hey, listen, Brianna, come December, you ain't gonna get no sleep.
None.
You're gonna have your computer, your television, your phone. You're gonna have I'm telling it gets real when the bull run really like people think it's going parabolic now. Not
Right.
really. I mean, you have certain coins that are doing their thing, right?
Hmm.
Like Shiba is doing its thing. Obviously, it's on the dip today. Empire did its thing last week.
Hmm.
Bitcoin has been doing its thing on and off. But so then you started to see that okay, this is going up and doing your research. And I will say this: I've been, like I said, I've been doing this for over 4.5 years, but it's a steep learning curve, right? Because
Right.
there's so many different spaces in the crypto verse or crypto metaverse, as I like to call it.
Hmm.
Like the NFT and gaming space, I was sleeping on that until about a month ago, right?
Hmm.
And there's so much utility in that space. And that's how I landed upon Empire Token. And she took my advice,
Shout out
y'all.
to you.
No. Let me ask you this, because everybody think I be capping, like, oh, Solo, what are you talking about? What made you decide to get into Empire Token? I mean, obviously you did your research. So what when you saw it, what made you decide, okay, I see what Solo's talking about. Like, let me, jump into this.
Well, so first off, I was kind of like you, like I was sleeping on the NFT and gaming space also. And what really the term that really like clicked my interest immediately was when you post your video and you were going through like the technicals of it, and then you said it could be the next theta. And my ears kind of was like, theta. Because my second crypto that I bought was theta, and that was at the recommendation of somebody that I worked with. Like once he found out I was into crypto, he recommended theta to me. And theta had just come down from like its all-time high of like 15. It was down to 8 around that time. So I didn't know anything about market cap. I mean, I literally knew nothing. So I was just like, okay, this guy recommends theta. I Googled it. It looked solid. So I bought some. But then when you said that, and I had already done more and more research about theta since then, I was like, if it has theta potential, let me go look into it a little deeper. So once I did, and I saw like everything that they have planned, like with the NFT space, everything that they have planned with like a wallet that tracks me as an accountant. I know like tracking crypto, I can you know me and my spreadsheets. I got spreadsheets for everything, so I track. But I know the common crypto investor, you don't get reports for this like you do for stocks. So in order to like not get audited if you make good gains, or even if you do get audited, you want to make sure you have good documentation. They're going to come out with a feature in a wallet that does that. So I'm like, this is a feature that's not in the crypto space and is needed. So that's utility right there. And then they're just trying to basically be a super token and do like all these different things. And it's basically like comes to execution. But as far as their planning and like their ambition, and the CEO, like he's constantly in the Telegram interacting, and he just seems like a genuine person. And I'm just like, man, this is a crazy opportunity to just get a high percentage of the project and just ride it out. Because like up to my like the way I feel about Empire, I'm like, I'm not selling it. I don't care if it goes to zero. I'm gonna ride it out with the CEO because I see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that some people are not happy about the fact that he temporarily disabled the reflections
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that they're trying to add more liquidity to the pool, right, to get it
Mm-hmm.
on the exchanges. And I'll be honest, I'm not happy as well, but I understand, because if you're trying to get it on Binance or Coinbase, you're going to have a pretty sizable amount, right?
Yeah.
So that way
Mm-hmm.
people can buy it. So it makes sense to me. All right. So shout out to the Night Way with a 10-pound cash app. Appreciate you, because
That's my brother from the UK. What's up, man?
let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Because Brianna's gonna be getting a lot of my crypto. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Do you take XLM? You feel me? For helping a brother out.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Last question, Brianna, and then we're gonna get into the spreadsheets, and then we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna take it to part two. Um, why is it that financial advisors, and I'm not attacking you, I'm speaking
Right,
in
right, right.
general, right? Because like I said, I got into it. I always tell the story how I got into it with a financial advisor at the bar, and then he's like, "I drive a BMW. What type of car you drive?" Right? I remember one master teacher. Salute to him. Me and him went back and forth. Now he's very bullish on Bitcoin. He doesn't really do altcoins. He's into Bitcoin. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to him. But why is that financial advisors who, and I'm not once again taking a shot at you, I'm speaking, or master teacher, speaking in general. But why is it that there's so much pushback for cryptocurrency, when if they're financial advisors, they should know the most about it, but in my experience, they tend to know the least.
I think it's like a combination of the fact that crypto is relatively new in comparison to the financial system. Like the financial system has been around pretty much almost since the formation of the country, right? So this new concept being like 10 to 12 years old, like that's kind of like that doesn't compare to the hundreds of years that we've been doing finances the way we've been doing it in the country. So that's, to them, that's speculative and that's risky. And as a financial advisor, you don't like, it's for the long term, and you're holding these people's lives in your hand financially because they're ignorant to how to do it. So you, as the person with the knowledge, you are going to, from the financial advisor's perspective, go with the inherently less risky options. And it kind of gets to the point where, like, I'll go to college. Like, you have professors that are older and they do things their way. They still write on the board. They still do paper because that's the system that they knew and it works. And to them, there's nothing wrong with it. They don't feel the need to explore, you know, the future. So I guess that's kind of why financial advisors, like, shy away from crypto, because it's until it's like on, we know where it's going, but until it gets there, they're not going to advise their clients like, hey,
They
throw
gonna miss that
50K on
bag.
Bitcoin, throw 50K on XLM, throw 50. They're not going to do that until it's literally right in our faces. And the people like us who already know what's up, we're the ones who are going to benefit from that.
Facts. All right. So Brianna knows how I get it in with my crypto streams. She has prepared a special PowerPoint presentation for us. I'm excited because for once I don't have to do the work. Now, Brianna, you know the work. Well, for you, it probably was nothing, but it takes a lot of work and research to do this. But go ahead, Brianna, share your screen,
All
and then
right.
we'll go through it. Now, Brianna, when you made your slides, were you like, dang, now I see what Solo has to go through with all this? Make sure it's
Oh
all.
no, this is like, I do this stuff for fun for
I
people.
know you do this every day. For me, it's like, whew, know what I'm saying? I mean, I do PowerPoints too, but I love the process of doing it. Sometimes it takes a while. But yeah, so Brianna's gonna show some PowerPoints. Guys,
Am I
while she's
sharing?
doing that, please hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? The like will help get the video out into the algorithm. And let's keep this to crypto. I see we got some trolls in the chat. Look, this is a crypto channel now. We about this wealth, okay? So we're gonna show this right here.
So can
Brianna,
you
do you
see
want me
it?
to do full screen? Yeah, I think
Okay,
that's
I just want
better.
to make sure you got it. Yeah, you can do that.
All right. So this is not me. She did this, so I'm excited. Let's get it popping.
All right, y'all. So I just wanted to give a brief intro. So first and foremost, I get questions on the daily, like,
Brianna, do me a favor. So you see where it
hmm?
says the hide button? Just click on that. Yeah, because.
Which button? Hi.
It says
Okay.
hi. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of OCD like that. Okay, go ahead.
I got you. Okay, so basically I get like questions daily like, "Oh, how do I not pay taxes on crypto? How do I not pay taxes on investments?" And I'm just like, "Fam, you're going to pay taxes, it's inevitable. It's part of life. Uncle Sam wants your money. They're not going to let you be great and run off into the sunset with all these gains. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. But then you got to think of it as a privilege because most Americans, the average American salary is $43,000 a year. So imagine, okay, I'm paying 20% taxes on 43,000. I'm left with,
Wait,
30.
Brianna, I hate to do this. I got to cut you off.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to flex right now because I make a little bit more than that. But
I
you know
mean,
what? You know what? For a small, LLC business owner, they be skimming me on taxes, bro. Like, well, I know you like taxes because you tax season you make them bank. But okay, so break it down for. But if you're a small business owner, right, and you say it's a
mhm.
privilege, I got to give you a little pushback. I don't
Okay.
mind paying taxes as long as my taxes are being utilized properly. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I don't see the point of bailing out a company like some of these companies have been bailed out with these PP whatever loans, and
Hmm.
then and you've heard the scams,
Yeah.
but I get where you're coming from. I just had to put my grievances out there because listen, once that crypto hit, I'll pay my taxes. But I'm just saying, bro, like they be ripping the brother off, man. I just got to keep it on it, you
I
know.
mean, hey, I make more than that average too. We got to talk to the general public, obviously. But what I mean when I say it's a privilege to pay taxes, I'm not talking in terms of everyone that's working and people who aren't investing. I'm talking strictly intro to taxes for investors. So this is for us who are in the space. We know we're going to get gains. It's a privilege to be able to pay taxes on those gains because those gains exist. So we could just be paying our regular taxes on our regular salaries and having our regular money that's left over. But instead, we have access to potentially hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. Hey, I'll gladly pay millions in taxes if I get millions after. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my stance on that. Um, so I just wanted to remind people, yes, you will pay taxes on your crypto gains. The best way to prepare for that is just already have in your mind, okay, I'm going to pay taxes. And if you plan accordingly, that's where you can minimize and reduce how much you're going to pay. So actually, let me not move on. So basically, do not go to your accountant or your financial advisor and come to them April 1st like, hey, I got $1 million worth of gains. Can you help me cut it down? No, there's nothing they can do for you because you're a little late. What you should have done was contact them, the summer of the actual tax year and start, preparing, whatever you would need to have in place in order to reduce those taxes before the end of the year is out. So timing with taxes is everything. So you want to make sure that if you're doing your own taxes, you're setting these things up in place for yourself in the middle of the year and just keeping it going. And if you have a financial advisor, you want to make sure you contact them early in the year and get your financial plan going instead of just waiting until, right before taxes are due. So, okay, so this tab is about do you want to hire a tax professional or do you want to do your own taxes? So basically, if you have what I call simple taxes, I would advise you do them yourself and just use an online platform like TurboTax, not sponsored, but something like that. If you have simple, what I call simple is you don't have any kids, you have one job, one W-2, you worked in the same state that you live in, and you have simple dividend interest or investment income. And when I say simple investment income, that's kind of like, okay, I bought Apple stock on TD Ameritrade and I made a little profit on that. TD Ameritrade is going to give you a statement at the end of the year. Literally on TurboTax, you plug in your statements, everything calculates, you ride off into the sunset with your refund, or you pay your little, whatever you owe and you go on about your business and that's it. Now, when I would recommend hiring a professional is one, if you know nothing about taxes, you probably should have a little guidance. If you have children, there's different tax breaks that are applied when you have kids that you want to make sure you're getting, the best bang for your buck with that. And then if you had multiple jobs and multiple W-2s, that's also a little complex. And then if you worked in multiple states, which my husband, he moved from Florida to Indiana. So this year our taxes are going to be very, very interesting because we're going to have my income, his income in Florida, and his income here. So that's going to be a little complex. If you have income from a state you didn't live in, which actually is a common practice, like if the company you work for is in another state and you reside in another state, then you're going to be paying. It's complex, so you want to make sure you have a professional. If you live internationally but you retain American citizenship, the guy that donated you those pounds, he's who I had in mind when I posted this because he lives in the UK, but he actually like his W-2 was American, so he has a complex tax situation. And then when you have investment income, kind of like what we have going on, where you have investment income coming from multiple sources, and those sources don't provide you with formal statements, you definitely want to have a tax professional to help you out with that. Let's see. Income tax. Okay, so income tax is paid on wages that come from your job or your business. It comes from unearned income, which means that's like if we're in 2021 if we commit to a concert, like if we're a music artist and we commit to, okay, we're going to perform this concert next year, that becomes unearned income. Even though you didn't get paid, you signed up basically for something that's going to pay you in the tax year, so you can get taxed on that. And then your dividend income from any stocks that you're invested in, and then interest income as well from, I think, your assets that you have, like big assets, they can generate interest income. So obviously these rates, this is kind of like a thing you want to screenshot or something, or just Google. This is just the tax rates on the left, they apply to the salaries. So if let's just for examples purposes, just look at the single column. Basically, if you make up to $9,950, you only pay 10% on that. But then when you go to the next tax range, it's not that you pay 12% on all your income. You're still paying 10% on your first 9,950, but then you're going to pay an additional 12% on the amount that is between 9,951 and 40,525. So that concept moves all the way up the tax brackets. So essentially, like, I'm going to claim it solo. We're trying to be millionaires this year, right? So basically, our tax bracket.
No. We're trying to be
Multi-millionaires,
multi-millionaires.
right?
That's facts. That's
So
facts. You
we
know what
want
I'm
that
saying?
tax bracket of 37%. And that doesn't mean that all of our money will be taxed at 37%, just the amount that's over 523,601. So that's just basic tax bracket. So capital gains differ from income tax. So capital gains are paid on the profit that comes from selling your personal use property, like selling a house that's appreciated in value, or your investments, such as your stocks and your crypto. Obviously, if you have losses, you don't pay. Like if you put in $50,000 and you come out of the year with 20, obviously you're not paying any capital gains tax, even if some trades you won on or some coins you made profit on. If your overall, if your overall net at the end of the year is a gain, then you'll be paying capital gains tax. So one of the things as an accountant that we advise with investments is try to hold for a year if possible. Like, we know the crypto space is volatile and we know that it's cyclical, which means that it operates in these 4-year cycles. Like, we understand it's not always ideal to hold for a year. So if you have to sell, absolutely, definitely sell. But when you hold for a year, as you can see in this column to the right, your tax rate is really, really
So
low.
Brianna, I know this question may come up. So let's say
Mm-hmm.
somebody, for example, takes their Shiba Inu profits and
Mm-hmm.
converts it to a stable coin like USDC or Tether, right?
Mm-hmm.
USDT. Would that be considered a capital gains tax event?
Yes, that's a taxable event. The reason why is because when you execute those swap features are just mini transactions that are pooled into one. So if I swap Shiba into USDC, that's not the only thing going on. What happened was I swapped my Shiba into whatever my currency is. If I'm Australian, the Australian dollar. If I'm Chinese, the yen. If I swap my coin into my currency, then my currency gets swapped into USDC. So taxable events are going on when you're, even though you're converting to a stable coin, you're still selling. So a sell is a taxable event.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. So for all
Nope.
y'all who thought that little $20 that, oh, that's a taxable event. That's facts. That's facts. Okay.
Are we good here? So basically, what I wanted to communicate with this slide is, as you can see, the short-term capital gains are basically taxed the same way as your income is. So most of us, like even me myself, I didn't plan on investing this year when I started the year, so I didn't financially plan for all the gains that are coming. So I most likely will be paying a whole lot of short-term capital gains tax, and I got my spreadsheet set up. I'm already prepared to pay those taxes, but going forward, I would organize my portfolio in a way where I would attempt to hold as long as possible so that I get that
Yeah.
long-term capital gains tax rate.
Yeah, and also, Brianna, I don't know if you are aware of it, but there is I forgot the name of the program that is if it connects to your exchanges and your wallets,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end of the year, it can give you all your trades that you did, and it
Mm-hmm.
also gives you like the number of it. You know how much money you made and lost. I used that last year to do my taxes, right? Obviously, this year I'm probably going to be utilizing you because it's probably going to be like 50 pages, and I just don't. I mean, it takes a while to go through, especially if you've been
Right.
very active like I've been this year. Last year I wasn't that active, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a program you can use. However, obviously, you want to make sure that you do it right because I think, uh, Brianna, next year is going to be a lot of millionaires, and
Right. They're gonna
you,
come
you,
for us.
you don't want to get audited. So
Right.
that's why I'm definitely going to be utilizing you. But my question is, um, yeah, no, that's not a question. That's just something I wanted to point out that they do have programs. But once again, guys, if you're planning on cashing out, hundreds of thousands or millions, right? I think even Brianna would agree with me. If this is your first time, especially if you are used to making anywhere from 30 to 50 grand a year, and then all of a sudden you're making 500 grand to a couple million, you probably want to utilize a tax specialist or CPA like Brianna. I think she would agree with me on that.
I totally agree. All right, we're gonna move on to the next slide. All right, so I guess once, so like I said, Solo, we have a vision, right? We want to be multimillionaires. So obviously, we both live in the Midwest currently, and like you didn't know that you needed the tax plan, and me either, for all these gains. So going forward, we would have the kind of money to where we could live where we want at our discretion. So it's good to know which states have no local tax rates, because all the tax we've talked about so far, all of that's federal. So that means that's Uncle Sam, that's the big man. He's taking it from everyone at the same rates all over the country. But on top of that, I believe Solo and myself, we both live in the Midwest and we both pay local and state taxes.
Yeah,
So
look at my state is one of the highest ones up there. Dang.
I see it. I
Dang.
know. So in the event that you're trying to reduce your tax liability to the max, if relocation is an option for you, there are these states up here: Wyoming, Washington, Texas, South Dakota, Nevada, Florida, and Alaska. You pay zero tax, period. For Tennessee and New Hampshire, they only pay tax on interest and dividend income, but the capital gains, they don't have a tax for that. And then Pennsylvania has the lowest rate as far as somebody that actually does have a rate, which is 3.07. And basically everyone else, between the best and the worst, you're kind of in an average. And you can look up your own state's local and your local and state tax rates to see what their capital gains tax is, and kind of do your tax planning also based off of that.
Well, Brianna, guess where I won't be going once I paid out. I'm definitely
Cali.
not going to Jersey, and I'm definitely not going to Cali. I mean, I might visit Cali. I like going there, but those are two places I'm definitely not going to. I'll tell you that.
I'm with you. I'm definitely, none of the states on that list are appealing to me, so I'm all right. So we're gonna go to the capital losses. So, okay, you know what's hilarious? You guys all saw so far how much they want to tax us on the gains, but they have no sympathy if you lose money. So basically, if you have a capital loss, which means at the very end of the year, you sum up all of your gains and all of your losses from your trading and your crypto, and you have a net loss, basically they only allow you to claim at most $3,000 of that in the current year. So say, for example, you have $50,000 in losses, $25,000 in gains. You net that, you have 25,000 in total capital losses. They only allow you to claim 3,000, and the rest of those losses don't disappear, but they allow you to carry that 22,000 forward. So say the next year, if you have net gains, you can apply those losses to your net gains to reduce your tax liability in future years. And if you commit tax suicide, which is you file married and separate, you only get to claim $1,500 a year. So basically, they don't care about us. They don't care about our losses. They just want a piece of our gains. That's kind of how it works.
That's why I'm single. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to be single. You can be married, but you just definitely, if you're married, there's very few tax situations where it's beneficial to file separately from your spouse. So you definitely, if you're married, you want to file with your spouse to get the most tax deductions and benefits. So this is the tab everybody wants to know. What's the best way to minimize and reduce your tax? So the number one way that I recommend, and that's the reason why you kind of got to plan early for these things, is loss harvesting. So Solo, you and I know as investors, you don't win on every coin. You don't win on every trade. You're going to lose money. That's what I tell everyone that comes to this space. Don't think, you put your $100 in, it's just going to go up, up, up every day. That's not how it works. You're going to have some losses. So the beautiful thing about that is if you know you're going to get millions of dollars of gains off of one coin and it's going to hit by December, you want to make sure that you have a coin that you're taking an L on. Do not sell that coin until right at I would say right in that November, December timeframe, so that loss can be netted against your large gain. So you basically want to keep your losers if you know you have a big winner, because those losers can help you reduce your tax liability, and you can buy back into your losers at a lower price the next year. You don't want to do it the same year. So that's the number one way. Another way, you can start a home-based business or a business really in general, and you can deduct things like your cell phone bill and your Wi-Fi bill and other different any bill that happens within your home that can be attributed to your home-based business. You can deduct those. Also charity, so that would include things like tithing at your church, if you set up a scholarship, if you donate to any qualified organization, and there's a list of those you can Google on the IRS website. If you donate to any of those, you can deduce whatever you donated. There are limitations where I think max it's 50% of what you donated, and you can deduct that from your taxable income. And then also another way, again, I didn't plan for this because I didn't plan on investing this year, but you can invest from a retirement account. The only, I guess, negative to investing from a retirement account is if you want to use your money right away, you get penalized for doing that. So basically there's time limits on those, whatever retirement account you use, and you can't use the profits until a certain number of years expire. So that's also something you really want to financially plan for. If what you're investing in, you're doing it for long term and you don't need the money, you don't want to touch it, that's probably your best bet, because you get tax-free gains in a retirement account. And then the last one is kind of the most complex. It's mostly recommended to people who are really like millionaires, is a charitable remainder trust. So that's a situation where when you sell, you don't sell in your name, you sell in the name of a trust, an irrevocable trust, and your money will stay in the trust and it can pay you an annuity basically the duration of your lifetime. And then the remainder of that annuity will go to a charity that you name. So basically, I guess the drawback to that is you get paid a certain percentage. So you wouldn't have access to, like, say you cashed out $2 million, you don't have access to that $2 million right away. You get an annual amount of a percentage that you set with your tax lawyer or whoever. So those are the primary ways to minimize reduced tax. There are others, but I just wanted to keep it very, very basic and just kind of drop some, this is what I know everybody wants to know. So these are the easiest to understand and explain ways to minimize and reduce your tax. So we good?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I get it. You can't give away the whole game for free.
You know,
What I'm saying? I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? True. Just like people ask me, Solo, what coin should I get? www.patreon.com/SoloTV84, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
shoot.
sir. Yes, sir. Gotta respect the hustle.
Exactly. My time costs now, man. Like, I got a lot of people hitting me up. So where there's demand, limited supply, my price is up. I mean, Brianna, you know how the game goes. So it is
I
what it is, man.
know. So that is the presentation on the taxes. Do we have any questions from the audience or any questions, Solo, you want to lead?
Yeah, so we had somebody ask a good question because when you showed the different states for capital gains tax, right?
Mm-hmm.
For best and worst, you didn't have Puerto Rico on the list, and Puerto Rico is known as being very crypto friendly. Now, I do know that with Puerto Rico, there is a caveat that if you do decide to go to Puerto Rico, they have a rule now, a stipulation that you have to buy a house
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be there. But uh, are you familiar with Puerto Rico, or is that new to you, or is there a
That was
reason why
new
you?
information to me. So whoever put that in the chat, I was thinking strictly, the standard American states. I wasn't thinking of the extraneous states, So thank you for pointing that out to me. So I will add that to the repertoire for people who are considering that.
Okay. All right, she'll do her research. All right,
Yes,
but
sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
so I mean, because I mentioned, I did a video back in May titled "The 10 Plus Places to Live That
Mm-hmm.
Are Crypto Friendly," and Puerto Rico was one of the ones that came up. But like I said, there's a caveat because so many people, what they would do is Puerto Rico realized they would get an apartment for cheap, and
Mm-hmm.
then they would live. I think the minimum is you gotta live there a little bit over 6 months, right, to be
Mm-hmm.
considered a residence. And then what people would do is then they would just live somewhere else or travel somewhere else. And then Puerto Rico decided, okay, we're not, you guys are not going to finesse us. So now you got to buy a house and whatnot. So obviously, I know you'll do more research, and maybe we can do a video on Puerto Rico, or do another video, an update video on best places to live in the future if you're open to doing
Actually,
that.
that's a good video idea. So we can
Yeah.
definitely collab on that.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? I mean, hey, this is your time now, man. I always get these questions about taxes and stuff like that, and where the people at? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been advertising this, but let me ask you this question. So,
Mhm.
um, if I'm investing in crypto, what is the difference then between capital gains and income tax?
So the capital gains in the income tax charts are just a little different, and the fact that your income tax, those charts. So we'll go back to them to show. So these numbers here, these brackets, they apply. Period. It doesn't matter, because your income happens within a year, right? So same here. If you make your capital gains within a year, the capital gains rate is pretty similar to these rates here because they're both kind of short-term income, right? But capital gains has the advantage of, if it's long-term capital gain, then you have a max tax rate of 20%, which is, you got $1 million. I would much, much rather pay 20% on that than 37% on that,
Oh,
obviously.
facts.
So basically the difference is capital gains gives you that long-term option to get a reduced tax rate.
Okay. All right. And now you mentioned something just now. You kind of answered this already, but regarding to pulling out, right?
Mhm.
If you pull out too soon, then it's considered you're gonna pay more if it's a year or less than a year.
Mhm.
Um, so my question is, you know as well as I do in crypto, the prices fluctuate, right?
Right.
If somebody decides, well, I only want to take 500,000 out, and then I'm just going to cash out. And the next year from now, would you advise that, or do you think that they should pull out all the profits right away? What's your take on that?
I think it depends on the coin. So let's say you're in a meme coin or a hype coin and the coin's going crazy. Obviously, meme coins and hype coins, they might not be around the next bull run of 2025. So of course I'm gonna tell you get the French toast out of there
Yeah, and I
with
agree. I
as
think
much profits as you can.
I think 90% of meme coins are probably going to die during crypto winter. That's just
Exactly.
my take. Yeah.
So it depends on the coin, but if you have a coin like XRP, which you and I are both bullish on, and you know, and I know it's going to be around in 2025, you take if you need to take profit, a little cash off the top, you take your cash off the top, but that's a long hold. So that's something I would trust to go through to 2025. So it varies on the type of coin you're holding and the utility and if you think it's going to be around or not.
Okay. And the Nightway says Puerto Rico does have a great tax benefits for real estate and other things when it comes to this subject. But yes, you have to live there for 6 months and become a permanent resident. And also, you have to buy a house. Trust me, I was looking into Puerto Rico. Well, I'll just leave it at that because Brianna knows about my Bernice. We'll leave it at that.
Right.
And shout out to Jungle ENT. He says, "Did you hear about lawmakers are trying to tax unrealized capital gains?" Whoa! What
Yeah.
are your thoughts about that? What?
I think I don't
Okay, wait. Before we get into that, what are unrealized capital gains, Brianna?
Oh, okay. So this is gonna make you mad, right? So we have our crypto. We bought in at a low price. We're happy. We're good. When the crypto goes up, we're feeling like we're on top of the world. We're on our phones constantly watching the gains. But what they're proposing is, as we watch those gains, that money we can't touch tangibly, that money we can't use tangibly, they want to tax us on it. So
How they
say
gonna
right
tax you on
now,
something you ain't got? So then
good question.
basically, we're still gonna be broke because they're gonna
That's
take
what they
all of our
want.
money.
I don't think there's too many corporations and there's too you know what the whales are, they're corporations. So there's
Yeah.
too many of them. Rich people don't like to pay taxes. When I say rich people, we are soon to be rich people. The tax system doesn't benefit individuals, it benefits corporations. So there's too many of them that are in this trading space, that trade stocks, that trade futures, that trade crypto, that trade all kinds of things, where they would not go for that. So we know the rich elite rule America. I think they're just proposing stuff at this point, like just to get us rattled. I think
Yeah.
that was to shake up the investing space. Get out weekends. Like, oh, if I'm gonna lose money investing, I might as well just get out. So they're gonna take all the money with the taxes. So I think that's what that was. I don't think the rich are gonna let it happen. But if that happens, man, like really, it's just like you taxing money we don't have. It's a ridiculous concept, honestly.
Yeah. Shout out to Christopher Champs. He asked, "What if you're trying to buy land? Do you have to wait to buy it?" So I guess he's talking about real estate.
Real estate's a little out of my wheelhouse, and in the context of the question, I'm not really sure
Okay.
like where he's going with that. Sorry, Christopher. I don't know if you can clarify or
Yeah,
something.
maybe he's talking about if he takes profits and buys real estate right away. Maybe if he
Oh,
has to
same
pay real
thing.
estate.
Same thing.
Okay.
Any sell is a taxable event. It doesn't matter if you transfer it to another asset that's long term. Your sell instantly triggers. This is a taxable event, and what taxable event it is, we don't know. It could be a loss, it could be a gain, but it triggers that instantly.
And obviously, Brianna, like myself, and I know for a fact you're paying attention to these regulation talks because we know
Mm-hmm.
it's coming, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that what's going to happen is it's gonna shake out the market. That's fine because you paper hands that leave. That just means I can buy it at a dip. But I don't think it's going to be as bad because, like you said, there are a lot of corporations, and
Hmm.
for them, if the government is trying to sabotage them, it's just not going to help, right?
Right,
But
right,
we'll see because I know they're trying to get the little guy out, like you and I, because we're not whales yet. So
right.
I do think hopefully in the future we'll be fair, but we just got to play it one day at a time, and I guess and see what goes on with that.
Yeah, right. Like with regulation, I think it's more of a when than if. Like we know it's coming, so it's just more so that makes it even more important. Like even myself, my own portfolio, like my portfolio is built for the now, but I'm using the now to maximize my profits so that I can get into those long-term coins that I know are going to be a part of regulation or assist with regulation or be above regulation. I think Bitcoin is going to be above regulation. So, that's my ultimate goal, is to use the money now, not to get into those things because I want to grow it, but grow it and then make sure that I'm in those places, not be out of crypto completely, but definitely want to position yourself for the future and know that regulation is coming.
Okay. Ricky Webster asks, is it a good time to invest in Ethereum right now? Ethereum is almost at its all-time high at 42.49. It's not financial advice, but personally, me, I wouldn't do it. I would wait for a dip. But let's ask the person who can give financial advice.
Oh,
Brianna, would you invest in Ethereum right now?
so Solo, don't lie to these people. I cannot give. I
I'm
can
not
give
lying.
limited investment advice. I
Okay,
can
okay,
provide
limited.
suggestions, right?
Okay, all right.
I can provide suggestions, and what I do with anybody that I converse with crypto is I assess their risk tolerance and I assess what their goals are. So, if your goals are to hold Ethereum long term, I would advise dollar cost averaging because you never know what the space is going to do. So that means dollar cost averaging. If you have a total in mind that you want to invest, you don't invest it all at once. You definitely want to get in. If you're passionate about Ethereum, you think Ethereum's going to be around, you think Ethereum's going to run, definitely get in. But you don't. If it's at a high point right now, crypto does tend to dip. You can't bet on the dips because again, everything could go parabolic tomorrow. We really don't know. So from my
Right.
perspective, if Ethereum is your thing and you've done your research and you want to support Ethereum, then you put in a little now, and then if it dips, then you have some cash on hand to add to it.
So, for example, dollar cost averaging is, let's say you want to put $1,000 in, right?
Hmm.
Instead of putting the thousand all at once, you might put in $100 a week or every other week, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Um, Melanie Jenkins says, Bree, you need to give me the game for free. Sharing is caring. Okay. All right.
I got you, Auntie. I got you.
Um, Jungle ENT says, could the government confiscate your crypto wallet? Mm.
I'm gonna give a educated guess on this because I don't know that. I've never heard of that. I would
Mhm.
say my educated guess is no. Um,
Unless you
unless
do
you were
something
involved in
illegal.
some
Yeah.
like some sex trafficking or some type of, sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that live.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't, unless you're involved in something illegal and all your assets get seized, I don't see why they could suddenly have access to those assets. Plus, a lot of those assets, if you're smart, are not on in places where the government can get to them. So I would say my educated guess is no on that.
Okay, the Nightway says, maybe a silly question, but do you pay taxes as well on crypto mining profits? I currently mine HNT. I think that's helium, but I could be wrong. Um, yep, that's helium. Does he have to pay profits on that? I think obviously yes, right?
Yes, you do. I think it would be again, it's taxed as income because it's short-term gains. Like you're not holding, your minting thing, and then at the very end of the year, all the minting happens. And you know what I'm saying? Like it happens continually. So it's just like right now, if I paid you $50 for some services, you'd be taxed on that. That's kind of how it works. Like you're getting continually paid from that minting feature. So you're paying tax on that as income.
Okay, and salute to Ricky Webster. He says, glad I caught you two live. Thanks for the knowledge. French toast props do. All right, appreciate you with the 4.99 super chat. Yeah, I mean, everybody likes French toast all the time. I've been like French toast. You guys can tell by my stomach. Facts. All right. Okay. All right. And then, Brianna, do we have another presentation, or is that
Oh yeah, so
okay?
this one's for you because
Okay, I appreciate it.
Solo so pleasantly evaluated. I sent him a nice spreadsheet. Y'all, I make spreadsheets for fun. I'm like a big nerd. I love
You,
spreadsheets.
you guys thought I was a nerd with my part? No, man. Like I said, she does this. She does this for real. Like you
Yeah,
guys don't
so
understand like how much work it takes to do this. So I appreciate this because I know. Like for you, I know you can whip like spreadsheets have never been good because you got to know the codes, right? If you know how
yeah,
to,
there's a couple of codes in
you
here.
know what I'm
There's a couple.
saying. But see, Brianna, you know we gonna have to talk about that because you might have to do the game too for that one. You know. The
Excel
spreadsheet.
class. You got
Okay,
you.
all right. So here we go with the spreadsheets. All right.
All right, so Solo, I sent him. I sent him a prediction spreadsheet for
Okay. Is
one of
that
the
not the
coins.
right one?
Oh no, this is
Okay.
one where we're gonna edit it live.
Okay.
So
Oh, snaps. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. So basically Solo suggested to me that my actually let me open it up. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, and then I'm gonna go into my inbox and pull out that original spreadsheet I showed you. Do you see my screen now, or do you see me?
Just see you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna open it up and send them what I sent you.
Look at you got your family in here. I love it. Easy, you're doing amazing. Hey, let's give her a Don DeMarco. Shira Giles. Hey, are you single? Call me, girl. Ooh, I'm
Yeah,
about to be a
that's why.
millionaire,
Remember
girl.
when you asked me if I had any family that looked like me? That's my twin. That's my
Oh,
aunt right there.
okay. She's single.
She's single.
Okay, well, tell her to call me. Tell you know what I mean. Tell her I'm a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. That's right, girl. We gonna have you in that car. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
goodness.
All right. I'm just joking.
Okay, I'm gonna share again. Let me see. Share screen. Share, share, share. All right, I think we're back in business. Okay, you see my screen now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna show them the OG spreadsheet.
Okay.
So this is what I sent Solo. We're both in this coin named Empire, not sponsored. We are very bullish on this coin. Just Empire we think it's going to be a game changer in the NFT space. They have a lot of ambitious plans and an honest CEO, and it looks like he's really trying to take it to the moon. So not financial advice, but we are very bullish on this. So what I did was create a price prediction for Empire. So basically, this safe column is my predictions for where it's going to be based off these time frames over to the left. So basically, for the safe price prediction, I think by the end of next month, it'll be 20 cents. And I think by 2025, it'll be $5. And then I also have this, I basically increase in bullishness as I go to the right. Solo, what did you say your terms were when you in your spreadsheet? You said bullish, very bullish. What did you say?
Yeah. Bullish and super bullish. And then of course I've got my realistic price as well. Yeah.
Right. So basically, it ranges from, like I said, these safe price predictions over here to the ultimate price predictions. Like that's if the stars align, everything goes perfect with the project, the CEO delivers. We could really see these numbers over here, man. So basically, I'm going to show you guys what that looks like in terms of profits. So basically, I created this spreadsheet to show how you should take profits, or you can. Sorry, it's a suggestion. So basically, these fields here are fields that you can edit yourself. So say you don't have a million of the coins. Let's say you have 500,000. Oh shoot, I can't type. Hold on a second. All right, let's try this again. All right, let's say we have 500,000 of these, and we invested $10,000 to get it. Our average cost per token is 2 cents. So basically what this spreadsheet does, I can adjust my profit taking percentage. So that means basically when it hits each of the price points that I want it to, I take this percentage out. So I put 1%, but let's say I was wary of Empire and I wanted to take a higher percentage, I could take 10. And basically I designed the spreadsheet so all these things will auto calculate for you. So basically anything that's bolded and circled, that's the only things you would edit and change. Everything else, it edits for you. So as you can see, if I took profits at 50 cents at 10%, I would take 50,000 of my coins. That would equate to $25,000. And then my total amount of money would be $25,000 cash. And then I would have $225. Good gosh, $225,000 in the coin. And then overall, I'd have 250,000 still. So I created this column here, the no profit taking, to show like as you take profits, you're not going to have as much as you would if you held the coin all the way to 2025 and didn't take profit. So it kind of gives you a comparison to see. So, okay, if I take these kinds of profits, this is how much I'm going to be left with at the end of the day as compared to here. And like I said, any of these numbers you can interchange and, play with it. So basically what I did, Solo, we can kind of have a little fun tonight. So I know you wanted me to do Sheeb. And
yes, ma'am. Let's
so
get it, because we have the
live
Shiba Army here, so let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
So let's do it for the people. So in this spreadsheet, I made it very clear where you can enter your own values. That's the blue. So everything else that's not blue, it'll auto calculate.
Okay. Dope.
So coin name, we know what it is, the big dog, Sheeb. So we're gonna type that in there. Hold on a sec. Too ambitious. Shiba Inu. So that'll automatically put the name of your coin up here.
Talking about Shiba Inu, just to give you an update, Brianna, it has gone up 5% in the last 10 minutes. I just thought you should know,
That's good luck because we're talking about it. That's all that is.
You know what I'm saying? Facts.
So say, you're not a whale in Sheeb. You're a dolphin. You have 100 million, something slight.
I'm an octopus. You know what I'm saying?
You're an octopus?
I'm an octopus in Sheeb, yeah.
Is an octopus bigger or smaller than a dolphin?
I don't know. I think they might be the same.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to check. Let me check because I know they have different things.
All right, so we'll have our total number of tokens. We'll have 100 million. So the total amount we put in, we were smart. We got in a few months ago. We didn't wait till it started to go up to buy. So we only put in 5,000 to get that. Okay, so Sheeb was a little cheap. So that, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, this needs to, oh, I know what happened. I'm gonna edit this before I send it to you. This is all live.
All right. Yeah, guys, listen, guys, this is what happens live. You guys be like, "Oh, you misspelled this wrong." Like I said, man, this is all live, man.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So, let me edit this and we really got in early. Let's do this. There. So we got in at 2.5. Solo, tell them what's the price right now.
So the price right now for Shiba Inu is 0.0000. That's 5 zeros, 68. And hopefully climbing.
So in that case, again, let me adjust my numbers. Boom. Okay, how are we looking now? Wait a minute, Solo. We're at 4 zeros. I know we're at 4 zeros.
Okay.
Aren't we?
I mean, it's 0.0000.
Oh, right. So 4 zeros after
4
the
zero,
top.
yeah, that's
okay.
how I count.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our profit taking percentage here, Sheeb is more of a riskier investment, high risk, high reward. So we want to take heavy profits. We want to take, let's say, 30% profits, right? So basically, let's give some price predictions. Solo, what's up? So November, what you thinking?
So November, I'm saying at the end of November, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm thinking 301.
Okay. So 3 zeros and a 1?
Yep.
Let's do it. I'm with you on that prediction. I think that's real. All right. So let's another thing you can do, you use these to add your zeros. To Sheeb is such a small coin that the prices are gonna be small, so we have to do things like this. So I'll have this 1, 2, 3. Okay, so December, what do you think we're gonna end December at?
Half a penny.
All right, let's do it.
I know that's bullish. Wait, is this the safe prediction or is this the
Oh no,
super?
this is you make it your own. So you can
Okay.
literally make as many tabs as you want and you just go to town.
Okay. All right.
So January, what we looking at?
Um, 2 zeros and a 9.
So low. You trying to make me some money. We love to see it. February, what you thinking?
February, I think we gonna crash.
Crash?
Back.
Are we going down? Are we going down?
We going down to 4 zeros and a 5.
Sheesh. That is a serious crash.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so December 22, what you got?
December 22,
You think she making a comeback?
she making the comeback. We going
Let's
to
go.
5 cents.
That's what I'm talking about. 5 cents. And let's get these last three. What are you thinking?
December, we might be at 2 zeros and a 3.
All right. And 24 will look like right before the bull run starts.
A penny.
Penny, solid. And let's go. When the biggest wealth transfer in the world and the history of the world happens, what's going on?
Let's go bullish. 25 cents.
25. Let's go. All right. So my people, let's check it out. So basically, the prediction columns are showing us what our profit taking looks like. So if we take 30% at every turn in dollars, the first year, which is December, we'll get 150,000 in profits. Then January will come out of there with 189,000 in profits. Then we crashed in February, unfortunately, so we're gonna have meager profits of 735. And then we're gonna make a strong comeback in December of 2022 with 514,000. And then gets a little slow. People get lose a little faith. 20. 21,000, 50,000, and then we make a strong comeback with $882,000 in profit, y'all. This isn't the amount of coins you still hold. That's just the profits that you take to be safe. Now, what you would have remaining in your coins is going to range, as you can see, from 1,000 in coins all the way to those same coins being worth $2 million, y'all. If our bullish prediction lives up to hype. This is why, again, not financial advice, I always suggest strongly to leave a moon bag on these kind of coins. You definitely want to take your profits, but you never know what can happen in the crypto space. Literally anything is possible.
Wait, Bree, what's a moon bag for those that don't know what that term means?
A moon bag is like it's like your bag of hope. It's like you have a price prediction in mind. It's not the most realistic, but you're gonna put that in your spirit and you're gonna meditate on it. You're like, man, it could hit this. I'm gonna leave just a little bit in there, just so when it hits that price, I'm balling. So right. That's what a moon bag is. So Solo, you suggested this feature, so I like to listen to my clients, so I added it in here. So basically, this column is what you will use going forward. So you set your predictions initially, and then as these months expire and you put in the actuals, they will populate in all the actual columns, and you'll get to compare. Okay, this is what I thought I was going to make. This is what I thought it was going to hit, and you'll see that reflected in the dollar values that you have. So let's say November wipes out Solo's prediction and we get half a penny early. Let's say we get listed in Robinhood, everything goes nuts. People can't help but FOMO.
That's right.
Hype is real. We all like crackheads, checking our phone all night. It's half a penny. Let's go.
That's right. I mean, listen, if it hits a penny, I'm taking Shira and Melody both on a date. You know what I'm saying?
Her name's Kira. Her name's Kira.
Kira and Melody. You know what I'm saying? Go to Fogo de Chao.
All right, Solo. So if it hits half a penny, my man, how much profits you taking out of this 100 million? What you gonna do?
I mean, I then where we at right now? Where's the profit taking? Right? I mean,
So we are not. So when we get to, obviously,
mhm,
we're gonna be at. We think we're gonna be really at 0.001 next week or so,
mhm,
right? We're
mhm.
not taking profits then, are we? I'm not. So
I mean,
if it hits half a penny, though, I gotta
if it
consider
goes to
taking some
point zero
profit.
zero one, I may take like um I may take 5% just
Five?
to
That's a
read
good
it
number.
because there's other coins that I want to get into.
Let me
So,
check it. So if you take 5 off rip,
mhm.
you're looking at 25,000 profit from here. So not bad.
Okay, yeah. So I might take 25 just to put it in other coins that I wanted to get into.
Yeah.
So but I'm not taking all of it. Heck no.
And Solo, you know what I have in the works?
Hmm.
I have a spreadsheet in the works where the common practice is for lots of coins like these is to take out your initial investment and let the rest ride. That
Hmm.
spreadsheet is in the works. So
Mm,
yeah, that'll be a banger.
that's gonna be crazy. You know what, Brianna? You should do put this on the website. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my mentor became rich. He made a spreadsheet, and it wasn't predicting prices, but he had a coin analysis
Mm-hmm.
back in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and he started to the coins that he predicted. 90% of them were like accurate,
Oh my
and
gosh.
so people started calling him the Nostradamus of crypto. So that's how he blew up. So I don't
Oh
know,
my
Brianna,
goodness.
you might have to start a channel and break it down. Like, I'm serious, because a lot of people are not gonna go the extra mile like you're doing right now to do this. Because even I told you, like, yo, I put my thing on Microsoft Word, it looks sorry compared to this. So now I'm in the process of switching it up. So that's why I'm so glad I have you on to help me with that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's very, very important when you're in this crypto space, like when the euphoria wave hits, like it's like no other. Let me try to Google that image. Let me see. Where can I go? Okay. Investing.
And guys,
You know
please
what I'm
make sure
talking
that,
about, Solo?
huh?
The investing chart where it shows like when it goes high, how people feel, and when it goes low, how people
Oh,
feel.
the fear to greed index.
Let's see. Emotions chart.
Yeah, and guys, make sure to please hit the like button. She's giving y'all some advanced
Yes,
crypto
here it
game. This is
goes.
not basic. This is advanced, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, guys. So
Oh,
this
that
investing.
chart. I think I've
Yeah,
shown this before, but a different version. But okay.
yeah. So essentially, right now, I feel like we're in the excitement phase. What do you think, Solo?
I agree. I agree.
Excitement phase, right? So essentially, you don't want to get to euphoria without a plan, guys, because like I saw a little piece of it with my baby little safe moon back in the day. I saw like my money doubling literally by the hour. I saw it doubling by the day sometimes. And it was just crazy. So I was getting all excited and throwing more and more money in because I thought it was going to go on forever. I didn't have a plan. So I quickly entered the anxiety phase and then I quickly entered the denial phase because I had no plan. I sold most of my safe moon, by now, but I didn't have a plan back then. I could have took
And
some
by
good.
the way, Bree, not to cut you off, but this is so accurate. A lot of people don't realize this, but in the euphoria stage, right? You could put like $1,000 on any coin; it doesn't matter, and then the next day it'll double. So guess what happens? You start to feel invincible
And you throw
because you
more
can
and more
even
money.
you can throw it even at like a crap coin, and it'll just boom, and then you think you're Warren Buffett or something. I'm serious, like yeah, yeah,
Right. So I know how I am, and I know that I work best when I'm disciplined. Like
yeah. Same
that.
here. Yeah.
So I know that that's what all my spreadsheets are for. I have literal spreadsheets for every aspect of my life because I want to consult. Okay, where am I supposed to be looking to take profit? What's realistic? Not just these moon boy predictions that you see on YouTube, but what's actually realistic and what is it going to look like? So when I'm there, I'm not, I'm so euphoric that I'm adding more money that I'm, holding forever. No, I have my little sheet here and I know, okay, I need to start thinking about profits right here. I need to start thinking about profits right here. And Joe, you just organize how you go. And like you suggested to my edit, to, as you go along, you edit these actuals. You put those actuals of your price points, you put those actuals of the profit taking that you're doing, and you just keep control of your emotions, guys. Like, that's the biggest part of investing. That's why I struggled so much with options, because I lost, like, I'm gonna be transparent, Solo. I lost what I call my house money. Like, I spent my 20s, like, I didn't travel, I didn't hang out, I didn't buy clothes, I didn't shop. I literally just, I worked, I went to church, I went back home to visit my family, and that was pretty much it. So I saved $30,000, my first 5 years of working. And that was my house money. Of course I had my money
What?
checking, but that was my house money. So I put all my house money in the stock market and lost it in a month, Solo. I'm not kidding. And I was sick.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
I was sick, Solo. I was.
I know you would be sick because I lost $30,000. I'm gonna be here with a tin cup every day. Like, y'all help me, please, help me.
Yes, I was sick because I got in during the AMC hype, and I thought that was normal behavior. That was my first introduction to the stock market.
But you know what, Bree? Can I just say this?
Yeah.
In this market, we all take L's. Like,
Right.
that's how you learn. I hate to say this. I lost 100 XRP today because I sent it to the wrong address. Just being not paying attention. So even a person like myself, I still make mistakes, guys. So just know that it happens, and that you have to be careful, and because sometimes, especially if you don't know a lot, you get overly excited. And this is why I always say, Bree, like, in this game, whether it's crypto, options, stocks, trading, you have to have ice cold veins. Like, the only time you should technically get excited is when you cash out.
Facts.
Not even when you look at your portfolio.
Facts.
Like, there's times, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, I get excited and all of that. I'm not gonna lie, but the only time you should get excited is when you cash out. That's it. Shout out to Justin March with the $5 super sticker. Salute to you. And then also shout out to Batman Beyond. He dropped $11 in the Cash App. He says, "This is a good stream, brother. Brothers better pay attention." Yeah, I mean, sadly, we have people that will not be paying attention until it's too late. And then I'm going to just have to refer them to this video, because by that time, we're already off to another topic on the best way to cash out, right, Brianna?
Yeah, the cash out. We like, where we gonna live? Not have these crypto taxes.
Right? Should we get a broker? Should we get a business account, an LLC? We're gonna be talking about stuff like that. Facts, So that is dope. Brianna, can you show the spreadsheet one more time?
Yeah, let's go back.
Because there's something I did want to see.
Sure thing.
Miss Melanie Jenkins says she's so opposite of me. Okay, that just lets me know then I'll be in charge of the money then. We good. I'll take care of the bread. You just go shopping. I got you. What I'm saying? All right. So when the formula, right? How were you able to? Because with spreadsheets, I'm still a novice at that. So how do you get the formula to where you put the numbers in? Or does it do it automatically by itself?
No, I set up all the formulas. Like, down here, we have some pretty basic formulas. It's basically like a spreadsheet is like a work of art. That's why I just do these for fun, because numbers to me are just like, that's my safe place. Like, I do calculations for fun. I calculate everything. Like, this is just what I like to do. So basically, it's like a piece of art, and you got to think, what do you want the spreadsheet to reflect? What do you want to see in this cell? So if you're trying to see, let's see what this cell is calculating, your prediction for your profit-taking coins. If I want to see how many coins I'm predicting, what do I need to do that? What two pieces of information do I need to get how many profit-taking coins I'm taking? I need my profit-taking percentage, right? And then I also need my total coins that are remaining. So here, that's what's reflected here. My profit-taking percentage and my total coins remaining.
Okay.
So basically, each cell, that's kind of what I do.
And it does it automatically then, right?
Yeah, once I set it for one cell, I can just, pull the formula down and it'll apply to all of them. And this guy, this is a fun Excel concept that I learned from someone when I worked at Pepsi a few years ago. Basically, you can take different cells. Like I can make this say whatever. I can make it say X coin. It'll put X coin in there. So you can take different cells and you can, sorry, not number cells, but you want to take different text cells and make a sentence. You can do that with the concatenate function.
Okay.
So basically, anything you want to do in Excel, like you could Google, like try to put it in as clear terms as you can. Like, hey Google, I want to do this in Excel. And for the most part, if you're concise and clear enough, Google will, show you what Excel formulas you need to use to do whatever you're trying to do.
Okay, dope. Any questions in the chat? Any questions? Oh, here comes Miss Melanie again. She says, questions. How many hours out of your day do you spend investing, working a full-time job? Ooh, that's a good question.
Y'all, I can't answer that question because I don't know who's watching, but let's just say I spend a significant portion of my time. We'll answer that offline.
A real talk, like she was up early. Like I think
Man, I was up at 4 texting Solo, like, Solo, you see what's
facts.
like?
And I because I'm on my Batman tip. So I'm looking at charts and all that, and you text me, I'm like, yo, what you doing up so late or early, but yeah, and one thing that people don't realize is like for me, I literally look at charts throughout the whole day. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, technical analysis, obviously, I think it's a great thing. I think everybody should know it. But with a coin like Shiba Inu, even if you're an expert at it, it's very hard to predict.
Blown out of the water. Yeah.
So one thing I don't do technical analysis on certain coins because I'm gonna be real. I always say this. I'm more of a fundamentalist. I'm pretty sure you've noticed that. I don't really do a lot of charts like other YouTubers because I'm trash at it, right? But one thing I do is I like to look at the charts on a daily basis because I know how to do that at least. But yeah, I mean, one thing you guys are going to start to realize is when you wake up and your portfolio has doubled, tripled, or you making an extra 10, 20, 30 bands a week or even a day, you guys are going to become addicted to it. And you guys are going to do all types of research. And this is where you have to be careful where, because so many coins come out and everybody's like, oh, Solo, why don't you talk about this coin more or that coin more or that? There's too many coins, right? Yeah. And we know that in a bull run, a lot of the coins are going to do well, but you can't get all the coins. This is not like Infinity Stones where we got like a gazillion of them. Look, Thanos only needed 5, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, Brianna, if you got 5 really good coins, you can go to the moon. That's what I think. I'm not saying you should only have 5. I think if you got 5 really good ones, you could be able to go to the moon.
Agreed. Like I have that problem myself. I even made a spreadsheet for that. Like literally, I organized my life in spreadsheets. So when I first started to see a little profit, started to have a little money, I was like, man, I need to organize. I want to buy all these different coins, but why do I want to buy them? So that sent me along a train of, okay, let me research each of these coins. What is the market cap? What is it worth? Is it undervalued? What do I think it's going to be worth? And my plan right now, like I tell this to anybody that I advise, really, like I don't tell anyone to do what I do because I know that my plan is on the risk meter. It's it's a little on the riskier side, but it's not like I'm throwing all my money on meme coins. No, it's more so I'm throwing my money on projects that aren't proven but have a lot of potential. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm looking for projects that have that 15 to 1,000x potential. And no, I'm not going to stay in all these these projects forever, with the exception of Empire. But most of them, I'm looking to get those gains, and then all the solid projects that I like Link, like Avi, like Soul, ETH. Those projects, they're good, solid projects, but they're also high market cap projects, and they're also expensive. So if you're just now starting in crypto, and all these crypto people who have money, they're like, oh, get this coin, get this coin, get this coin. But they're expensive and they have high market caps. You're not going to see those, those exponential gains, and you're not going to do the most with your money. At least, like I said, I'm not advising anyone, but I know that I'm being more risky with what I'm doing because I have a plan, like I said. So I have a profit taking plan on my risky coins to put them into long term, more solid projects and things that are already proven.
Right. And I will say this, obviously, and this is where Brianna can help you on a one-on-one basis. If you have, you know, because everybody's different financially, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your budget is, Brianna, yours is definitely different from mine, and Melanie's is definitely different from yours, and
Mm-hmm.
so not everybody's gonna have the same type of, um, you're not gonna have the same type of funds to be able to invest. So you may have to look at less projects but more sure projects, or
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be risky, you can throw a bag at a meme coin, but just know that they're very, very volatile.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying that you really have to understand that. Don't get caught up in the hype thinking that you have to put your money in all these coins just because everybody's talking about it. Really have a strategy in place. This is why, Brianna, I know you've heard me talk about this. This is why I always say write it down, because
Mm-hmm.
this is what's going to happen. Once that little chart you were showing, that euphoria hits, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of y'all going to get greedy. A
Yep.
lot of y'all going to get greedy. I've been there. Next thing you know what I'm saying? You go into your mama house and running up her credit card. You know what I'm saying? And Brianna, I've seen this where a dude, I made a video about a week ago. He told his wife that he is getting the wedding ring cleaned, and he pawned it so he could throw it into SHIB. Now I hope he cashed it out yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Can I,
serious. I've
can I
heard
tell my
crazy
FOMO
stories.
story? So like I'm very transparent with everyone that I try to put on, because like I said, when I got in the stock market, I had no concept of bullishness or bearishness. I was being like 100% bullish, but I didn't know what that meant. So I was just throwing money because I was making some good money at first, you know. So I literally I had a retirement from Pepsi. I was at Pepsi for like 2 years, a small little retirement, had like $3,000 in it. I literally, like I said, I had my whole house money in there. So I was like, yo, I need more cash. Why did I cash out that retirement, y'all? Why? And
Mm.
literally everything in the stock market, and lost it in a matter of weeks, y'all. Like, don't be me. Don't FOMO. Do not snatch money from every available source trying to do this. Like, literally, I didn't start making profits and getting like significant gains until I did my own research and I immersed myself in the space and I learned how to navigate the apps. It's basically like when I was following everyone else, that's not when I made that profit. I made the profit when I myself literally DYOR, when I did my own research. That's when I started to see those returns. So that's like my biggest piece. Besides, don't invest more than you can lose, because obviously my house money, I didn't need it because I still have a job. I still make good money. So I wasn't going to be on the streets. But man, it really hurt to see, 30K, and then your little retirement too. Like not my current retirement, but my old retirement that I never touched just disappeared. And now like I have to start saving from scratch. Like that just was, and just being like a super safe person in general, just knowing that I put myself in that position. Like I went through it emotionally for a while after that loss. I think that's why I'm scarred from stock options to this day, because that really, really affected me emotionally. Like knowing that I was being so risky and didn't know it, only because I didn't do my research, and that was all at my disposal to do my research. It was all my fault. So I had no one else to blame.
Yeah. Now, Miss Melanie asks, I want to start getting into investing. A serious tip. I invested in OneCoin back in 2017, but haven't done anything since. Do you have any books or YouTube channels you can recommend for beginners? Miss Melanie, this is a crypto channel
Wait, my
right
hands gotta
here.
go this way.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like I don't talk about stocks, right? But I do talk about cryptocurrency. So this is for beginners. And also I have my crypto course as well for beginners that is professionally done. So, stick around here. We gonna have you balling in the new Birkin bag, all of that. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
and I want to
Give it
recommend
about 6 months
another
though.
one. I'll recommend someone that does what you don't do. So I'm not,
Okay.
jumping in what you
Yeah,
do.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Blockchain backer, y'all. He does technical analysis like nobody I've seen. Like he's not emotionally tied to anything that goes on. Like he's where I want to be with my technical analysis. Like he really just literally looks at the history of crypto as a whole. He charts every single little piece and compares and contrasts, and he's just amazing. Like if you want some solid technical analysis to feel super confident, like if we're in a bear market, everything's low, and you thinking you're never going to get your money back, he was keeping people sane during the last bear market because he with his technical analysis, not his emotions. He's like, y'all, we're coming back because XYZ in this chart. We're definitely doing it, and literally his predictions come to pass. So I definitely recommend him if you're a technical analysis head, or if you're lacking in that area. I definitely recommend Blockchain Backer.
Yeah, and I watch Blockchain Backer as well, and I recommend him too. And I definitely would advise you guys check him out. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets more into the TA, and that's something that I'm gonna work on in the bear market. So the next bull run, then, I'm gonna have the whole game. Then I'm gonna have
So
the
you know the
TA
plan for the next man. The next
next.
So I don't think everyone knows. You want to go into a little more depth about the significance of the different cycles, because the people that I'm bringing on right now, they're coming in literally the same time I did. I came in the first half of the bull run this year, so I didn't know anything. So if they're coming in now right before a bull run, they might, same thing, think it's the norm, but they don't understand. No, you got to get out at some point in the next couple months because the bear market is coming, and we don't necessarily know what that bear market looks like because
But
this one might be
what,
different.
Brianna? But here's the thing, and I always say this: millionaires are made in the bear market, and
Right.
so
Loading
what I
up,
mean,
stacking up.
because the bear market is where you can get those great projects at a discounted price, and you can get them by the boatload. If you know what I'm saying. Now, granted, your portfolio is going to look depressing,
Sad.
right? But then when it goes into that bull market, and then you start to see the gains, you not only number one, do you have a bigger bag than the person coming in, like you did in May or other people did when Doge did their run back in April and March, but you're already going to be taking profits when they're just coming in. So the 4-year cycle, and let me see if I can pull up um, a chart, and I've talked about the 4-year cycle, right? So Bitcoin has gone into 4-year cycles where every 4 years, when there's what's known as a halving, then it peaks. So the halving is where basically Bitcoin then the underlying technology, right, which is also a collection of nodes. Basically, what happens is that the network then approves this halving where it basically splits, and that's how you got Bitcoin Cash and all these other derivatives, right? But the reality is that every time there's about it's 210,000 blocks, I believe. I could be wrong, but every 4 years, once that's achieved, Bitcoin miners then cut it in half. So what does that mean? It means number one, you have less miners mining it because Bitcoin right now is coming to a scarcity level. And there's only going to be 21 million total coins that are going to be mined, period. Right. And so I'm going to share this here, right here. 1 second. And so what's important is that this 4-year cycle, every time there's a halving, that's when, not every year, but every 4 years, that's when you start to see it go up. So, boom, hold on a second. So, 2013, for example, there was a bull market then. Then you go to 2015, it was kind of but then 2017, we remember that, right? When in 2017 to 2018, when it hit the top. And so this only goes to 2020. I'm going to show another chart, but we're about to approach this again here in 20. Like I think, and I told Bree this, and this is not secret because I've already made this public, but December is going to be crazy in this market. You're going to see a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out, coming in. And then also you're going to see in I think Bitcoin, December 31st, will be at about 90 to 95,000. That's what I think. I think there's going to be maybe a little crash. That's going to one last crash dip. That's going to shake out weak hands, people that are brand new, to scare them out. But then I think it's going to go parabolic to 90, 95,000 for Bitcoin. And I think in January 1st or in the first week of January, we'll hit about 100K. I think Bitcoin will top out at about 120K. And then, you're going to see altcoin season really roar from about January till February, possibly till early March. And then you're going to see crypto winter occur. Now, I think that what's going to happen though, Brianna, and is that because there's so much institutional money coming in right now, I think that there's always going to be like a coin or two that does well. So let me give you an example. And Brianna, you can attest to this. So the market, when Empire Coin went on that little run last week, right? The market wasn't really doing too hot. I mean, Bitcoin was going kind of sideways. So was Ethereum, but Empire Coin was running. It went up to 17 cent. I mean, I was at a bar with my cousin, who's he's a CPA as well, and he was looking at me like, "Yo, you're right," because I looked at my portfolio
and you gasped, right?
like, what is going on right now? So what I'm saying is that I think that there's always going to be a few coins, regardless, even if it's a crypto winter, that they're going to still do very well. Now, does that mean they're going to do well the whole winter? No, but I think they're going to do well maybe for a month or two. And if you're in those coins, right, and I don't know which ones they're going to be, but then you definitely want to position yourself. Now, Empire Token, I think, is going to do very well. I've already given my opinion on it on this channel as well as Patreon. But I think Empire Token, January, February, we might be looking at anywhere from $3 to $10, depending on if they keep up with the devs and if they get listed on exchanges so that, more people can purchase it, right? Because if you go on Trust Wallet for the noob, the beginner, like Miss Melanie, and I'm not throwing no shade, I'm just being honest, she probably don't even know how to use a Trust Wallet. It's a hassle. And a lot of people just want to go on Coinbase, the average person, go on Coinbase, buy, and then leave it alone. Well, me, Bree, you and I know that that's cool, but we want to protect our assets, right? We didn't really talk about that, but it's important to protect your assets. That's why I always talk about, guys, get a cold storage wallet, get a ledger, get it, or a tracer, or get both. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're on an exchange, your crypto can't be hacked. Bitcoin has never been hacked, but exchanges have been hacked. So it's very important that, you protect your assets by any means.
Agreed.
Anything you want to add to that, Bree, or anything I said?
Yeah, I mean, I just definitely want to emphasize the importance of familiarizing yourself and immersing in this space and just understanding that cycle concept, knowing when to get in, when to get out, and when to load up. Literally, Solo, I think you spoke about this before also, 2025 is going to be the greatest wealth transfer in history. The reason I've been so passionate about this, I haven't been sleeping because
I think Brianna is going to be this cycle. I think 2025 is going to be the last major cycle, and then it's going to level out, meaning it's going to be like the stock market, because by that time, regulation will happen, and then also mass adoption will happen. But I think 2025 might be the last great cycle. Well, it could be 2025, but I think 2021, it's going to be better than 2017, definitely. But I think 2025 will be like the last bull run where you become wealthy. And then after 2025, the crypto market is going to be boring like the stock market, where people are going to be like, oh my God, it went down 10%. 10% is nothing.
100% is nothing.
Right. A coin. Yeah, facts. I mean, Shiba Inu has done that many times in the last month, in the crypto market, in the stock market, I always make this joke. People start tripping if it goes down 5 to 10%, right? In the crypto market, we can
go down 90.
Right. But we can go down 5 to 10% in 10 minutes. As I just told you, Shiba went up 5% in 10 minutes. And then you can go up 30% in an hour, and then you can crash 60% in 24 hours. So I talked to a guy before. He's a millionaire. He's like, I have to get out of the market because it's too volatile. I couldn't handle it emotionally. That's why I always say you have to have ice cold veins to be in the game. Facts.
Yeah, literally, I haven't been sleeping because my passion at this point is getting as many people into the space as possible. That way, if what you're saying is true, if this is the last great bull run and there's just one more good one and then we're pretty much done, at least if you're in the space and you're getting the knowledge, you're positioning yourself. because this next 5 months to next 5 years is going to be so important. About they're trying to erase the middle class. Like, it's literally only going to be poor people and rich people because inflation is going to be so high. Everything's going to cost so much. Like, think about how much your apartments cost, how much your mortgages cost, like how much groceries are this winter are going to cost. Like, everything's going up to the point where if you make the national average 43,000, you're struggling. Whereas
Yeah, I mean,
before,
winter is coming for everybody.
yeah,
Facts.
you used to be able to make a living and support a family off 43,000. You can't really do that now in most places. So my passion is literally like getting, like, people thought I literally posted. I've been posting for weeks about crypto. Like, my social medias are pretty private, so I only post on my Snapchat where there's like 50 people, and I've been posting little hints, here and there, like, oh, generational wealth, this wealth transfer is coming. No, nobody said anything. But as soon as I post my empire and I'm like, y'all, I just made more than mine and my husband's salaries in 3 days. All of a sudden, my inbox is blowing up.
Woo, woo.
And then what happened, Solo? What happened from that 17 cents? What did it go down to?
It
5 cents.
Yeah, it went down to 5. Facts.
Right. So I posted, I'm transparent. I posted that the next day, like, y'all, check me. I was up over 6 figures on this coin. Did I sell? No. Somebody asked me that. Why didn't you sell? I was like, because I'm willing to ride this coin to zero because I know the potential. This potential here is millions to hundreds of millions. Why would I take a little chunk of that early? So I was like, no, I didn't sell. And then when it rolled all the way down to 5 cents, I posted that too. Like, y'all, if you can't handle the volatility, if you're putting in your $10,000, if you can't handle seeing that go to 1,000, this probably isn't for you.
Not to cut you off, but you're still up from your original.
We're not talking about me. We're talking about I just had to put that example out there because literally, like, I had to show people, like, they think to get rich quick. They think, oh, she just made more than her salary in 3 days. If I can just do that in a month, I'll be happy. That's not how it works, y'all. It took me a lot of time and research to find a coin and get in early enough to do something like that. So essentially, you just have to be able to ride those waves. You can't be emotionally attached to this money. Like, when it went up, yeah, I was happy, of course, but I wasn't like jumping up and down, cheerleading. I was like, okay, that's what's up. It's doing what it's supposed to do. That's what's up. And when it went down again, I was like, it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's what's up. Because originally we didn't expect it to get to 17 that fast. We were hoping for 10 cents this week, right? So it's right on target with that. Look at the price. It's 9 cents. It's right on target with where it's supposed to be. That little mini pump, that's why the dump happened. The dump happened because the people who got in even earlier than me, they made hundreds of thousands to millions. They took their profits. And when people who have a lot of a coin, a lot of the percentage of a coin, they sell, they tank the price a little.
Especially on a market like this where the market cap is still relatively low. Like, people might think 90 million is a lot. No, it's very low in the
crypto market. That's nothing.
Considering, look at what Shiba is at now. It's at like 30 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy money right now, man. I remember when a coin, back when a coin hit $1 billion 4 years ago, that was a big deal. Now nobody bats an eye at a coin having $1 billion. Look at that. Now Doge has come back.
Okay, Doge.
And I will say this, and I told people, be like, oh, why do you have Doge and shit? Because Doge has a lot of powerful people. I wouldn't count Doge out, guys. I think Doge, and I know people think I'm crazy, I think Doge could hit $3 by January. I'm going to stay by that. And not by January, but by the end of January. Let me correct myself. I think Doge will do very well, right? But with Shiba, I think Shiba is going to do well too. But with Shiba, it's so volatile. As I was telling you before, Bree, it's so hard to predict.
Yeah.
Even if you do TA. So that's why I always say have a profit strategy. And that's why I'm so glad you came on to do the spreadsheets, because people really need to think, like, can it go up to a penny? Anything is possible, right? But let's be realistic. And if it gets to half a penny even, that would be a big deal. If it gets to
money.
A quarter of half a penny, that to me is more realistic. But I want people to be real. Like, if Shiba does hit a penny, and here's the thing, and I think this is where people got to understand, and maybe that's where I'm very unorthodox. I do look at market cap. I do look at circulating supplies. But what you have to understand is, with Shiba Inu and Dogecoin and even Empire, there's something known as supply and demand, right? And as long as there's a demand for it, there's going to be a supply. But once the supply gets cut off, and I don't think with SHIB that's going to happen anytime soon. But the issue now is you had people yesterday, Bree, trying to buy Shiba, but Coinbase was
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. No, all the apps.
Yeah.
Shiba crashed the internet literally because the demand was so
Fact.
high, they couldn't keep up with it. So that just tells you right now, like when it gets listed, whatever price we get, if it happens like you think it will, we drop a zero and then we get listed to Robinhood, that's an automatic 10x because the demand is so high. Like the exchanges can't handle it. So if you got some of that overflow going to Robinhood, that's a 10x. So that's where you should be looking to take profits. When it hits Robinhood and it hits that 10x, whatever that price is, y'all, not financial advice, but suggestion. Look to take profits. Have your price alert set. Do not get caught up in euphoria. Like, oh, look at my portfolio. My $1,000 turned into $3,000. Don't do it, y'all. Look at the prices. Check your price alerts. And if you see, this is what I said. This is my path with Shiba. This is what I'm doing. I think she will hit 0.001. And when it does, I'm not selling right away. I'm going to be.
Wait. When do you think it'll hit 0.001?
I think December, January.
Ooh, don't get me hyped. Don't get me hyped.
Check me. My plan with it is when it hits that 0.001, I'm not going to sell right away. No, because I ideally would like to sell anywhere from half a penny to a penny. But again, not at a penny because anytime the media or you see like anything repeated in the media, you don't want to do what they're saying because that means the institutions, the big money, they're pushing that narrative for a reason. So if they're pushing this a penny narrative, sure, it could get there, but you want to take profits prior to. Example with Doge. What did they say Doge is going to get to, Solo?
$1.
And what did it get to? 75 cents.
Right.
So 75 cents on that dollar, that's some good money, but a lot of people missed out because they were holding for that exact thing that the media kept saying. So me personally, yeah, of course, Sheep could hit a penny. I believe it'll hit a penny. However, I'm going to go out with smart money. So I'm looking anywhere from 0.001 to 0.008. I'm looking for big whale dumps. And the first one that I see, I'm out with the big money, with my big money. That's how I say it. Like, that's what I'm doing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yep. That's that. Yes, ma'am. I mean, and that's some advanced crypto strategy right there. Shout out to C3. He says, facts about the wealth separation. Order 66 is in effect. Your guest is a keeper. May we all prosper with the diamond hand. Salute, Solo. Appreciate as always. Yeah, and I appreciate Bree coming on, and hopefully, she will come back in the future. Hey, Bree, I can't imagine having you on when we're in the middle of this parabolic run. We'll probably have like 1,000 people here.
We'll be so chill. The funny thing is, we'll be so chill because, especially me, like I got everything chronicled. I got my spreadsheets. I don't get excited. Like I get a little hint of, okay, that's some cute money to look at. That's my favorite word. I say it's cute. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Little 100,000. That's cute. Look, like Sheep. I made $20,000 on Sheep yesterday. I'm like, okay, that's a cute little, that's what's up. It's not where my price targets are, so I'm not tripping. I will trip and I will have a field day and I'm gonna invite Solo. We're gonna party. We're gonna do whatever. I don't party, y'all, but for the most part, I drink apple juice. Like,
hey, as long as
that's what we're gonna do.
As long as your sister is there and Miss Melanie is there.
My auntie.
Wait. I'm sorry, Bree, but you know what's coming. I'm gonna have your sister, Miss Melanie, looking like this on a yacht. We gonna all be on a yacht. It's gonna be my yacht. You know what I'm saying? Call me Papa Solo. We all gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Facts. We're gonna be good. I know what Bree's thinking. She ain't coming on the channel no more. She's like, Solo, I told you.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
I know the audience is like, Solo simping again. Nah, it's jokes, guys. It's jokes. See, people can't have jokes. We just having jokes.
We can have some jokes. It's cool. We
just having jokes. You know what I'm saying? But no, guys, I'm leaving this live stream up. This is not going on Patreon. I already did a Patreon special, but I will be uploading a Patreon video tonight on a new coin that I invested in that is gonna do big numbers, I believe, because it's unlike any meme coin. Some of you guys may already know what it is, but I'm not sharing it publicly. That is for my Patreon. And salute, Bree, you on the Patreon. Tell them what's the Patreon like? What do you get out of it?
Well, for starters, that opportunity with Empire, like, so like I wanna say some things like.
Well, that one I did make public, so I could have kept that
You
to
did
myself.
that, yeah, but before that it was Patreon. So I was able to get in early enough to where I have 0.1% of the project. That's huge. Like, think about if you own 0.1% of Apple. Like, I won't get that opportunity again. So I just definitely want to thank you for, like, putting that out there for the patrons. And ultimately, like I'm not investing for me at this point, or my family, or me and my husband. Like, I could cash out, the end of this bull run. Me and my husband probably wouldn't have to work, right? But to me, it's bigger than that. Like, I've never been a selfish person. I'm the caregiver of my family. Everybody knows that's me. So my goal with this, like, is not to just make some money and take some trips, and we could do that right now if we want to. No, my goal with this is literally, like, my friends and my family, like, that aren't in the best financial positions, that weren't educated like this, that don't have these opportunities, like, to literally put them in positions to just change their lives forever. And just, for me personally, like, this wealth that I'm building isn't for me. That's for me to retire my parents. That's for my children's children. Like, that's why I'm going so hard. And I'm literally trying, especially us Black people, like, I'm really trying to reel in as many of my people as possible, because we were at a disadvantage. Like, we didn't know anything about this. So the fact that this knowledge is going on, like, take part of it. Like, people thought I was freaking hacked because I started posting about this stuff. Like, and I don't normally say anything. I'm not social. So I'm coming out of my shell. I'm live on YouTube. Y'all know how private I am. Y'all know I'm shy. So the fact that I'm doing all this,
it's making you bold, because you see what I'm seeing. You see an opportunity for life-changing generational wealth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people are, I get it now. We live in the best of times and worst of times, where people are losing their jobs and stuff like that. But then also people are paying, let's be honest, paying attention to foolishness that is not really doing anything for them. And to me, it's a bigger deal when I have somebody say, somebody left a comment like, "Hey, Solo, thanks to you, I turned my 5K of Shiba Inu into 22K." Like, that is the ultimate validation for me, where somebody can say that, and there's actually verifiable proof that I helped them in that way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just coming on YouTube and talking about this and that, where, you might be entertained and might get some information, but how applicable is it really in your life? You know what I'm saying? So and before we end the show, because I'm gonna have you have the final word, Briggy, but I do want to announce this, guys. I have a contest out for those who are not familiar. I'm giving away 5 million Shiba Inu coins, guys. 5 million Shiba Inu coins. This is part of my Instagram giveaway that I do every year. Last year, I gave away some iPods. This year, I'm giving away 5 SHIB tokens. So it's very simple. Just, follow me on Patreon, tag 3 of your friends, and you'll be automatically entered into the drawing. Your friends won't be entered in, though, because they're going to have to tag 3 of their friends. And the submissions will be accepted until the 5th of November, which is a Friday. And then on the 6th, I announce the winner. And like I said, this is the second year that I'm doing a giveaway. This is my way of giving back to you guys, the community. And so make sure to, if you already follow me on Instagram, then it's all good. But if not, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and it's under this post. So you guys don't want to sleep, because like I said, I want everybody to get abundant, because this is not like, Brianna, there's enough for everybody. You feel me? And also, guys, if there's a major correction happening, don't be scared. You know my motto, not financial advice, but I'm buying it.
Buy the dip.
Buy the dip.
Wait. Let's qualify that statement.
Okay.
Don't buy the dips on some meme coin that was a long shot and you was trying to hit it big. Don't buy the dips on that, y'all. But if you got something solid in your portfolio and you done your research, like that was literally how me and Solo connected. Was I was an Empire, I was solid on it, But I would have my trigger finger itching because I have, some reserve cash in the first dip. I'm like, yo, Solo, so you think this is going to be around during the bear market? Because I want to load up. I'm trying to time my loading up. And that's literally how we connected. So literally, guys, if you're not able, to get those big gains now, don't fret. The bear market is where millionaires are made. Literally, like the whole bear market, I have it budgeted. If I lose every dollar that we have invested in crypto, we're still investing in crypto monthly for the next 4 to 5 years. It's continually happening. And if don't let me hit. If we hit on this, man, our whole salaries, I'm still working. Because like I said, I'm not doing this. If I wanted to just make money and be selfish and go live the life, we could cash out and we could do that. But I'm doing this for my family. So literally, if we make $1 million this year, me and my husband are still working and we're putting in our salaries completely into crypto. That's how much I believe in this space. So that my family, my parents don't have to work another day if they don't want to. Like my kids won't have to think about working. Like my friends, I'll be able to, hey, here's a business loan. I know that you hate your job. I know you have these passions. Oh, my college. Yo, I had a scholarship from my college in the works for some years. Like literally have all these plans, y'all, and the money is not here. We can't take it with us. So when you make these profits in the crypto space, give back. Like give back. Help where you can help. Like anywhere where you see lack, be that person standing in the midst. Like because energy is everything. That's one thing me and Solo connected on. Like we have great energy. Energy is everything. The energy you put into the universe, it comes back to you. So the more good you do, the more, selfishness that you withhold from yourself and you share with the world, like all of that comes back to you. So that's my final words. That's what I had to say.
All right. And I want to say thank you to Miss Melanie for the $10 Cash App. I appreciate you. Like I said, girl, once that crypto hit, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
That my aunties. Oh my goodness.
I mean, is she single?
I mean, my aunties, they bad and they, they doing what they do.
Hey man, I mean, I'm not that young, so what's up? You know what I'm saying? My brother's 35. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I just look young because I got the, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. Bree, where can the audience find you if they want to find you? You don't have to give out your social media. I know you're a private person. Are you gonna make a Snapchat or something, or?
I have Snapchat. Actually, my Instagram, I'm transitioning that into a more businessy situation. So my Instagram, I don't know if you want to put it up there, but it's
Yeah. Do you want me to put it up? I mean, because
yeah,
I do want to start another one.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Because it's a little not easy to say.
So once again, while she's getting her Instagram, make sure to follow me on Instagram because I got the contest. 5 million chibs, guys. You can win 5 million chibs, right? Just go on my Instagram. It's got the rules on it. Listen, man, we all gonna be lit. We all gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, so I think I might have lied to you. Okay, never mind. That's the right one.
Okay, so then we go this up here.
Oh, wait. Also, Solo, I just want to, God bless you, man. Thank you for having me on your platform to, share the message. This conversation was great. Like, I'm hoping we can do some videos in the future. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
This is gonna be big, man.
For sure. I think people, you have given a lot of great value and information, and I already told you behind the scenes how much I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can follow Ms. Breezy as she's known by, and her family and friends. We all follow her there. You know what I'm saying? Salute to her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a real one. So, I'm trying to get at the sister or the auntie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, the audience is like, oh man, they like, oh, Solo done did it again. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, everybody is, bless you. Oh yeah. This Kira? Yeah, Kira, we got you. Girl, we got you. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. I'm saying I'm gonna slide in your DMs after the show's done. Bree, you make sure you set that up. You know what I'm saying?
I got y'all.
I can slide in the DMs so it's like really smooth. That's the fact, But anyway, guys, we're out. This show will be up. Check out the Patreon. Please follow Miss Bree as well. She is active. And then I think, Bree, you're going to also post other coins that you're bullish on too, right? Besides Empire on your Instagram?
I will probably be doing stuff like that in my stories. Definitely.
Okay, yeah, your story. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we are out. Peace.